Marketing should always be about reaching an audience with key messages. There's not enough listening going on in the marketing community. Agencies will come in and they'll say, tell us about your product or your service, what do you want to get across? And about the time of the first paragraph, first couple sentences, they can't wait to talk and tell me how much they know and what they can do for me. I'm looking for a listener. If someone came to me as a consultant, they wanted advice about their advertising and marketing, I'd carve out some time and I'd say, start talking. So I want to be a listener when I'm on the other side of that. I want them to tell me about their product, their service, the passion they have for it, all the background I can gather. I want to get around to the audience they're trying to appeal to, who is their customer. But really, before I do anything, I want them to talk and I want to listen. Working for Valvoline, I was director of sports marketing. I was involved in sponsorship of the racing program worldwide. Very successful program. One time someone asked me at an ad club meeting, oh, you're paying X million dollars for this NASCAR sponsorship. What does that get you? And I say, it gets you nothing. It gives you the right to spend more. That $5 million you've spent with a racing team, let's say in NASCAR or IndyCar or in drag racing, is just the first dollar. You've got to think of the second dollar, the third dollar, the fourth dollar. It's called activation, and that's a common mistake I've seen in sponsorship and in marketing programs every stop where I've been. Marketing has always been about measuring and return on investment. In the old days, return on investment could have been how many people watched the telecast where your car was running around at the Daytona 500. And I always say, measure as much as you can. You'd pay X amount for that sponsorship. Now, how do you measure that return on investment? Well, you measure it by how many people saw the telecast, what were the Nielsen ratings, how many people were at the track exposed to your signs, your messages. In the early days, that had to go beyond Nielsen's. That wasn't enough. We measured, let's say, how did consumers respond to our advertisement, our call-in, our 800 number. It's gotten much more complicated and much more measurable, which is really good for the marketer. We went from what's the attendance, what's the Nielsen's, to how many minutes and seconds was your logo in focus on television for the TV audience. And how did that translate into dollars and cents based on what a 30-second ad would cost, for example? So we got better in measurement. So it's always been about measuring what you can. It's today, there are more things to measure. And certainly the web has helped that, and social media has helped that even more. So there's a lot more things to measure nowadays.